I'm live, and I'm curious who's going to join me. And for the people who are going to watch the replay, carry on watching, because I'm going to share my story today. And it's going to be interesting because I don't even know what I'm going to be talking about. I'm just going to talk about what has happened in my life. So recently I got a question from a lovely lady who has signed up for my new course, From Self-Love to True Love. And she was curious to know, how did I decide to do the inner work, and how did I know what to do and what to work on? So I think it's an amazing question asked by a very inquisitive soul. So let me answer, and let me start from the beginning. If you don't know me, I used to be a compulsive dater because I was so desperate and so empty inside, and I thought a man would give me everything, he would make me happy, he would solve my all problems, and my life felt very empty without a relationship. This is what I thought, but the reason was my life was empty because I didn't do anything to make it full. And I was absolutely disconnected from myself, and I thought I would only be happy if I had the relationship and the man, so I ignore everything else in my life. So Project Love was my main project for 10 years, about 10 years. So I dated and dated and dated and never wanted to see the truth that the dating wasn't working for me. Because it was distracting me, it kept me busy, it gave me a purpose, I had something to look forward to, it gave me hope that one day I would find this elusive love and the man. And I also didn't know how to be single and how to enjoy it. I wanted to escape it. I didn't want to be single. I actually purely hated it. I didn't want to have a label, single and lonely on my forehead. So obviously a relationship would change that. So there were many, many reasons. And as you can imagine, dating for 10 years can be quite tiring and draining. I mean, it was on and off, and I had little relationship here and there, and they just broke my heart, and I had to pick myself up and start dating again, because I thought the more dating, the more of a chance of finding the one. So one morning, actually, there was a few events leading to that place, and when I turned 30, I ended my previous relationship. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Angela, or I think Angela. Nice. So I split up with my previous boyfriend because I wasn't happy. It wasn't going nowhere. It was going nowhere, and I got into a state of panic. I'm in my 30s. I have no boyfriend. I have nothing to my name. I have no house, no career, because I abandoned everything because I was looking for love, right? And I panicked. And I thought, okay, I need to do more dating, because I thought the dating was the solution. Finding a man was the solution. So I dated even more. And I dated and dated and dated. And I went on a few really disastrous dates. Like there was no connection whatsoever. We were so different. Like the guy was talking about history and football. And I'm like, what? I don't want to listen to that because it's not what I'm interested in. Well, never mind. They left me feeling really disappointed and starting to think that maybe it's not working. And one morning I woke up and I couldn't remember the name of the guy I saw the night before. And even though it's a very small thing, I thought, I think I did too much dating. I became absolutely immune to arranging dates and interacting with men online and scrolling through hundreds of profiles and meeting men regularly and going home and feeling like, okay, gone, done, next one please. And that was what actually woke me up. A very little thing, but at the right time. So that morning, I took a piece of paper and I asked myself, what the heck am I doing? Why am I so desperate to be in a relationship? What am I running away from? Why can I not be single and happy? And it felt like for the first time I was honest with myself and I admitted to myself that all my crazy dating efforts got me nowhere and didn't get me the desired outcome, which was finding the one. And the only thing like I felt like doing was to stop the dating. So it was a spontaneous decision that morning. I just took my laptop and I deleted my profiles and I cancelled my memberships on a few websites because I wanted to be proactive. One wasn't enough, so I was on 3, I think. I wanted to maximize my results. And I started my journey within. I started my epic dating detox, which was the best thing I could have done for my love life and myself. And when I started to focus on myself, when I started to reconnect with myself, I started to be more honest with myself and I started to see my patterns and how desperate I was and how heavily I relied on men to make me and keep me happy and how unhappy I was with myself and with being single, and which to me is a natural thing. We need to be able to know how to be with ourselves. That's the only guaranteed thing in our life. And as I started to explore it and I started to look at all my short relationships and I saw how desperate I was, it became obvious to me that I needed to love myself more. And I needed to spend some quality time with myself, to nurture the relationship with myself, to actually become comfortable with being with myself and who I was, becoming more comfortable in my own skin. So this is how I get to a place where I realized I needed some inner work, not more dating. Because when I started to be more honest with myself, I realized, okay, I did so much dating. I read every possible book out there. I did courses. I even did the course with Matt Hussey, Get the Guy, which he's an amazing guy. But after his course, I realized, you know what? I need more deeper work. I need to go within. It's not, for me, it wasn't about going out there and being more flirty and chat guys up and all that stuff, because I felt insecure within. So it wasn't working. Even though Matt does an amazing job and he helps hundreds or thousands or millions of women. But after his course, I just realized, you know, self-love is the way for me. I need to dive deeper and I need to respect myself more and I need to value myself more, because I felt there was a big gap between what I wanted to get in love and what I was getting. So there was a big gap which I believe now was healed by self-love. Because when I learned to love and value and respect myself more, I started to show up authentically in dating. I became more selective. I started to have stronger boundaries. And it all felt empowering. And I stepped into my power. And after the dating detox, which took me 2 years, only because I fell in love with being single, not because I had an agenda to be on the dating detox for 2 years. Only then I approached dating differently and I started to attract completely different guys who were commitment ready, who were serious about dating, who wanted to meet me again because they really liked me. And very shortly after my dating detox, I met the love of my life. And now we have a 2-year-old together. And even though we are not married, I think the child is a bigger commitment than your wedding ring. I show up differently in my relationship. I don't feel as insecure as I used to. I bond with my partner in a completely different way. And I'm in a happy and healthy relationship. So that's why I do what I do. I teach self-love to single women. And I inspire them to value and respect themselves more. So it's not about more dating tips. It's not about more dating strategies. it's about the love you have for yourself in the first place. And for the ladies who resonate with my story and who are struggling in love in the same way as me, who have read all the possible books, who have done lots of dating, and they feel frustrated and they know they deserve much better, but they just don't know how to get it and get it there, I want to invite you to explore my recent program, a 5-week group coaching program from self-love to true love for all the single ladies who want to step up and value themselves more and feel more worthy and set proper strong boundaries and make more room for real love in your life. If you would like to know more about the course, let me know, PM me. I'm going to post the link below the live anyway, so you can have a look and we can start from there. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me and I'll be more than happy to chat to you. Thank you very much for listening to everybody. Paula, Beata. I think I'm gonna stop here. I think it answers the question. It answers the question. Oh, there were a few. The question was pretty loaded, but I just shortened it. Keep well, everybody. Have a lovely day. Ciao, ciao.